And welcome to another edition of the program One on One, where they come to you live from Liberty Online TV. Today, this morning, now we Liberty Breakfast Show. The theme will deal with now human rights and justice. We continue with the conversation this night, and Ade na the studio with Thomas Babadi, we na a civil society activist. We talk on issues that we get for do with human rights and justice. Or they can look at the entire issues them, where don't they happen at the country, and how governments on the try for address issues them we get for do with human rights and justice. Good evening, Thomas Babadi, and welcome to the program One on One.
Yeah, good evening. I think if I the name of the program One on One, I'm excited to be here this evening.
All right, thank you very much for joining me at the studios.
Thank you very much.
Well, in case they watch me, now for share the live, so other persons will get the opportunity for know about Liberty Online TV and also join the conversation this night. This morning at the Liberty Breakfast Show, you happen for join me again, and the theme we'll deal with for the day, they talk about justice and human rights. Before we can begin for talk about the issues them one after the other, just give we a general assessment, waiting you think but issues them we get for do with justice and human rights, and how governments don't they try for put a focus on some of their issues there, so when a priority for citizens.
The Universal Declaration of Human Rights come out as a result of, as an outcome of the New York trial after the Second World War, when countries them defeat each other unnecessarily, try for gain territories, gain control over this and that, for colonize or colonize, anything, you know. So we have what is called the document. That means by that time, there was this League of Nations. You know, we get strengthened, like how the UN gets strengthened, so now. UN will get strengthened now for assets, like the ICC, the ICG, International Criminal Court, they can indict you as an individual based on the crime you commit. The ICG, somebody take you there, you know. So those things were not, you know, common at the time in the 40s, 1940s. And so now they transform into what is called the United Nations Organization, and then later pull the UN. The UN get different arms them. Now, human rights, my pillar, when they put together, you get two categories of human rights. You know what they call international humanitarian law. We go over deal with war and conflict situations. How you handle the civilian, how you handle civil target, the military target. What you do? You want to say even Israel now they say Israel don't begin for commit what you call gross violation of international humanitarian law, because during the wartime, you will be careful. Say, I go for going to peace negotiation. So after that, they go for what they call punitive justice, and will try you like competent law, court of law. You get what they call the international human rights law. That one they go for do with peacetime. For example, in Sierra Leone now, we get peace, and so you got to be careful how you handle. You get what they call economic rights, civil and political rights, natural rights. Economic now, economic, cultural, and social rights. They go to the belay, they go to food, they go to housing, they go to your livelihood. That economic, cultural, and social rights. You go to your culture, how you have adapt to them, how you go adhere to some cultural beliefs or whatever. These are things where it's acceptable, like norm on the human rights. You know what they call civil and political.
The prison break and so many other things them we una civil society organization them don't they come out, they question government how serious they be for handle issues them we get for do with human rights. Up till now, una still they ask government say the need for set up an inquiry, do proper investigation for make sure say then people will also be affected from all of them incident that were don't highlight, then get justice. Up till now, organizations like Amnesty International, they pressure government with all of them things there. So you think say government really serious for prioritize issues that we get for do human rights?
Those are the questions I kept asking. We have a Human Rights Commission established in 2004 by a parliamentary institution. That is international. we don't go through a lot of things. Human Rights Commission, as an institution, responsible 100% for which amnesty they do so now. Other responsibility that they are seen to be independent based on the law we established them in 2004. We get commissioners then. We get staff. Then get the fact that they're here and they're Sierra. So we still wonder what the Human Rights Commission they do for especially when they may arrest retired Major Paulo Conte and the others. Pressure after pressure from us, directly from me now. It depends. Going to the prison, say, when I give you opportunity, what will see this man in person? Say no. Well, if you can't give us the opportunity, this is a journalist. Can you give me an opportunity? We write, we kept writing. Now we see now this in lawyer. You know, and then we'll see that Monday. Let us know if they're alive. Look at the others, Herbert, Koita, you know, the army. So all of these things put together, the Human Rights Commission come out say they don't go see Paulo Conte. The Mandela rules are in force. Rule 7, that's Mandela rules. You know, but again, we say, well, we don't go make law all go together. So I think the government get a lot of blunders and what you don't do. In other words, in adhering to human rights principles and policies.
Organization then they watch where yearly or quarterly then can do ranking on issues them we get for do human rights. Before now, Salon don't they do very well. But when you look at report after report, where don't they come on, you go notice say Salon they can down small na the index. As an activist where they talk on issues that we get to do justice and human rights. What do you think say government need for do for let the country go back to that good position where they be stand as some of the index there so where they come on?
Firstly, all of these happenings in the last 5 years, the reports are there. In report after report, work assiduously on the recommendations. Secondly, those who are victims, compensate them. Thirdly, those you don't arrest as victims, left them, release them, not even on bail. Release them completely, let them go scot-free. Fourth, you got so many things you don't do before election and even after these elections. But when you see you do at all, whatever, we associate with this now because election is done, there is peace and there is calm and there is candor. So we believe, say, with the voice, we lend to this process, adherence. Good. It can be in different ways. The carrot and the stick approach. The carrot and the stick. Amnesty is doing very, very well. They will not come out to the streets. But we have the liberty to do so. But however, the terminology at all. One for see investors in the country and we get boku for young people, for the middle class, upper class, the lower class. They will suck all the one the way, you know, when we go to this Tramadol, Kush or whatever, then go for go work. Maybe in the hinterland, now the south, now the east, now the north. That's what we want to see. Economic growth and economic development. But however, it goes side by side with human rights. Because if McKinney, just an ordinary $500,000 generator, can claim 6 lives, then what makes you a responsible government?
All of the issues there so we don't happen. Talking about the August 10th protest, the McKinney incident, and a whole lot of others. With how governments be able to handle the situation, on ourselves civil society organization and be come on board, put pressure on them. Looking at how the government they deal with issues that now we get for do with human rights. You think say they be able to learn any lesson from the incident here?
I don't think people don't learn any lesson.
Why you say so?
We've learned no lesson, especially this administration. Not just put them same and just size them up with this administration. They've not learned anything. And we, as a people, it seems as if we not even learn at all. Now, you look at what things that happened before the election, during the election, and even after the election, we don't learn nothing at all. We go and go and vote for Obi Wan shit. Now maybe not to be win. Switch up and Libya way. They don't ever count them as a democratic country. Because Salif was trying. The opposition was to bust as this. And when they change governance, and then before, because I say in tenure, they're not seen as a democratic session. They were never quoted or even captured in Osiwa's books or whatever in the last 6 or 7 years. One of the books in there, every year you come out by December, January, Osiwa publish books on our Musi, Libya now will be counted, and we will put them on top. Like Gambia will come in now. But however, we got to be very careful. We got to be very serious with governance. When they elect you, now we they pay you. Now we take care of your wardrobe. Now we take care of your entertainment, like us. Now they give you food, drinks, everything we provide for you. Nothing else you provide for yourself. From the president down to the least man appointed by him. That they get for no one understand. If they get the money, move off. If you think we're not going to talk or we're not going to come out. So we are advising, we are asking that all the things that will happen. For example, look at what happened in Khadija. Now, McKinney, we went to the victims' houses, funeral homes. We went there, we went to the hospital. Where people are hospitalized. We get foreign objects there. We went to the police and asked questions. We went to the brigadier at Tekobat. We asked series of questions. So we get to fact them right. We spoke to the mayor, Sumkari. We spoke to the chairman and the district council, Bombari district council. And so you see gross violation of human rights in a peaceful period, very, very peaceful time. People will not say no, we will not agree. We will not tell you at all. Are we informed? Our involvement was 100%. The mayor spoke to traders, trade union groups, everything. They put it in the hall. They talk to them. They discuss with them. See, they're not going to ask for this thing, but they never come. But however, when they come, we will tell you in the back. You know, we'll take the thing, and then people will now say, hey, we should we'll give you light and livelihood. One, if you use Jabia, you make money, 20,000 per day. Right. Now, they can't go. So, these are things where we have to really be careful of how they approach people with the security sector. They don't find themselves on their foot severally. One will see now what will happen next.
All right. Thomas BABADIE, a civil society activist and executive director for Fossil. Would they look at justice and human rights now the program this net and it don't talk things them we get for do justice. And not forget say yourself get the opportunity this net for listen, but you can bring somebody else, share the program so other persons have go able for watch them and be part of the conversation. If you get question or comment, drop in the comment section. We'll they continue with the conversation. Earlier, I asked you about the lessons learned, and according to you, you say government and salon people and all learn not yet where camper issues that we get for the justice and human rights, especially with the issues that will be happen at Tombo, Makeni, and Lonsar. You say they not learn nothing from them. Also, you feel say government and the people get them wrong.
Yeah, we'll get them wrong, especially on this prison break or whatever. Which happen in every part of the world. Salon, not a case study. It happens severally in other parts of West Africa or whatever. But we will not ever get any incident leading to people being killed in prison. In prison. No. Not even America will get wild criminals. What's happened in prison? For like Khadija goes to prison. You know what it takes? Don't forget. Approval from the head office. From there come, when you come, you do go through a lot of checkpoints for going to see a prisoner. Even if that's if you see the prisoner, you go there from a distance, look at the cage, you talk to him. Or like that. Or you don't even see them at all. So how comes somebody left my area of operation, come to that prison day, at that time, 5:30 a.m. or 6, go inside and move to those checkpoints and move into the cells and open fire, the trigger. Now the prisoners then open trigger. So we've learned nothing, Khadija, after the war. Look at the TIC report. The TIC report indicts the police, indicted the judiciary for pushing young people into the bush, for that they can cause mayhem in the city. And indeed, we did so for 10 years. What did we learn? They said it's a war, we know that's a senseless war. You know, so, South Africa, East African countries, them, when they mean business, you see how they grow, you see the economies there, you see the infrastructure, you see how the energies, the energy day. People don't go and places and they don't go, they don't see, they don't learn. Even Ghana here, Nigeria, you know, come to Senegal here. Don't go to Europe. Just these countries in Africa. You see how they don't grow because they learn the lesson in the 20s, in the 30s, the 40s, the 50s. So when you don't come now, apartheid system, you go to South Africa, Pretoria, Joburg, Cape Town. When you see how they go to the day, how they maintain and manage. If you have happens, they say, hey, this thing happened, now so it be happen. Please, dear, no, go this way, no go this way.
When the issues there can happen, different organizations, them, national and international organizations, them, then can put together reports after investigations so that they do, and then present the reports there so to government and other relevant authority them. Then reports there can get recommendation them. You think say government don't they do justice to some of the recommendations there, they don't they try for implement them, for try for address issues them where we talk about this next with human rights and justice?
The prison break no. A killing incident, what the government do? Government compensate the people with 1 mark grace and 350,000 euros. So what the people do? They put your number grace, put the picture, and then put the money inside envelope. They indicate them. That was it. Prison break, no. Reports were out, nothing was done. What we did was after the McKinney incident, we request, because I was serving a civil society intern at The Hague, 2009. I went there to visit Australia, 2008, in The Hague, Holland. So I know what it means. When we came back, we knew what we did. We go to different Moyamba. But the first time I go to Bomb Island, you know, for talk on the radio, what's a good land, and how child has been tried. I even witnessed most of it in trial. You know, we learned a lot of things. We share to people. That was in 2008, 9, 10. Now, in 2018, 2023, we are talking to. I mean, government need to understand, say, people's eyes are open. We eyes are not open. People are more educated than 1980 or 1980. People are more influential of affluence now. People are exposed. They travel go overseas, they come. They have no business to go and stay in the US or whatever. You cannot go and stay in America anymore. It will be difficult for you, the snow and everything. How you're used to it. Now, there are a lot of things we do every day. People will know. But just swallow. And it's very, very bad. But you're not government, you're not Kumra, so, at all levels.
So if you can rate Salon now in terms of equal justice, human rights, how you go rate them?
No equality before the law, by the way. Equality before the law. Then we'll take this day and take this day. When you take this man and this man is different. Yes, there is access to justice. But the administration of justice for administer, if you're not a political party or a politician, then take you the Washington opposition, your case is null and void. Off. If you dare in governance, your case, then they give you right. It's what is happening. It's happening all over the place. With the ask yourself now, why? Waiting to happen, waiting to go on. There is no case that the opposition, major opposition now, we call them major opposition, APC will take to that court and they win. No, they will always give them wrong. You are wrong. 10 MPs removed from parliament. They are always saying that 32 of them. When the case filed, they even appeal. When the appeals process, give them audience, they have a tenure of 60 months, 5 years. What has happened now? They're no more in parliament. And then tenure not end. So the judiciary, they push them.
It's supposed to be an independent institution.
Definitely.
But if they make them kind claim they say people they get equal justice, outside the question of independence come inside. You think say the judiciary now one way need a thorough look?
Thorough look. That judiciary should they will take a thorough look into it. The TRC put indict them as one. Even the police. Now look at the judiciary and see how they operate. Now the only, as far as the 3 arms of government, now the only arm of government where you go through election. For going to assist house, you're an executive, you have to go through elections to go there. For going to parliament, you have to go through elections. The speaker is also elected from among members of parliament. The deputy, the same. Except the other positions already done the whip or whatever. Now they practice them, they put together, they say, well, no, you do this. Or maybe they get some internal elections. Coming to the judiciary, now what you learn, now you trade. You learn a trade. Now trade you learn. Nobody will sack you. In fact, you don't sack a judge. As a making judge, you did this till 62 years of age. Then you can retire now. After retirement, if then you take 3 months, and then even take whatever file, you go to the house. It is possible, yes. And this corruption, the government will say some files is not taken to the house. The judge really appear. It's the right. It's constitutional. So nobody sack them. But however, it's not like some handy pan tap them with the twist and twist them. A lot of things will happen. I remember in 2015, I came out with a press statement and gave interviews in radio stations and SLBC. There was no AIV, Star TV, at that time. About what happened with the vice president. His vice president was relieved of duty. The courts go in favor of the state. That was very, very wrong. Look what's happened now. 10 members of parliament removed.
When you go to the streets of Freetown now, you try for talk to saloon people, especially issues that go for do with justice, governance, human rights. A lot of people can say, no, me and no one comments, I'm afraid. And when you look at the activities of citizens and the government now, it seems like the citizens they on their own, focus on their daily bread, and the government have their own.
Yeah.
Is it good for a democratic state?
No. Right to assembly, right to free speech, opinion being given, now they help democracy. Or else, now we reverse with democracy, you stop for votes and say, you go and sit down first, did it for 4 years. After that come out, let us stop for votes. If you really people don't get access to free speech, free assembly. For example, if I say I have to call a possession, that the economy don't go bad, pass out even day. Is that wrong, Khadija? Will they put placard for remind the government of Sierra Leone on the duties constitutionally can, from a small country, did similar thing, was going to remind President Biose, you flagship program where you saw win, now education. Look at Tasha, guys. Look at what did happen. They just tell me it. Please, dear, help them. Lincoln Queen, they were going to the country. They don't inform the police. They inform them and tell them, okay, so then they go now, they call them. They go now for go now, police. So they became not get them placards. So all placards in. We go to the police and say, police, look at it. They go to, okay, now President building na office. Why don't make this one so? Oh, Zuvula. as AIG. It was so funny. Arrest a gentleman unnecessarily, take him go, say no, take him go.
All right.
So these things not a tell well for democracy. It the hammer on the democracy, on the human rights. Mind you, we were never graded. 2004, when we got Human Rights Commission established. During the war, of course, was the worst. After the war, 2002, we don't sign. 2004, we had the Human Rights Commission. Except 2009, we for grade B. Become B, and then later, we go A, grade A status, human rights. Now, what you know happen recently, I've not been following up because, got a lot of plans, things to do, studies to do, exams to take. But again, sacking of those human rights commissioners in 2018 was a recipe for kiosk. A recipe. Because we even wrote to Parliament. Dr. Yum Keller, take this serious. Say, approve the also day. And in longer, as per constitution, even Ganegi wrote to the Speaker of Parliament and to the AG. The AG dismissed them. And so these things, I think the way we think say for stop, not for continue at all. But however, we're hopeful that the government think, listen, and respond to those concerns from Amnesty, those concerns from the reports where they set up, the team where they set up, Dr. Manzarabla also, Lagat set up Clark Carlton Ansels, they all put together, let them adhere to their recommendation today.
All right.
Or will they come in now, fully?
All right. Thank you very much. That's now Thomas Babadie, Executive Director for Fossil, civil society activist who they talk on issues they will get for those human rights and justice. Every day with me at the studio live this net as we talk on issues them we get for do with justice and human rights. Now the program one-on-one. One-on-one now an extension of the conversation working in the morning now the Liberty Breakfast Show. Continue for follow Liberty Online TV, na Facebook, YouTube, and we website. Me na Khadija Bangura will bring you the program this net, and many thanks to Thomas Babadie for taking time for joining me at the studio this net as we talk about issues that we get for the justice and human rights and salon. So to meet back to man another edition of the program one-on-one. Have a good night.